Initial objective achieved. Procedulating to rendezvous.
Hey there.
That picture in your cab, friend.
Picture?
The lady with her beeps exposed.
Like it?
It's dirty.
It surely is that, my friend. Now, Jack's busted. Got something that could help?
Oh, yeah.
Have you located the stranded cadets yet, Supervisor?
Indeed, Supervisor. They are situated in a densely populated zone, some 27 glanzex yonder.
Spoot! Then we shall have to avail ourselves of vehicular-assisted transportation.
Agreed, though I would advise caution on attempting to arrest the attention of the vehicle propulsionator. In my experience, it's very difficult.
Supervisor Fairbanks, your experience comprises of becoming decapitated within minute loops of landing and of losing 2 novice cadets, one of whom should never have been allowed anywhere near the human species, thereby endangerifying every objective we have labored towards for decades and compromising the safety of our very planet, which is rather cheeky.
I am well aware of the shortcomings of my previous missions, Supervisor, and am highly gratitudinous of this opportunity to redeem myself.
An opportunity I most ferociously postulated.
Indeed.
You will then profilize no advice until it is sought. Now stand aside whilst I secure aforementioned transportation.
I was hoping that the refuge might offer more privacy. Still, it will do temporarily, so long as we remain cloaked in inconspicuositude.
I will do my utmost not to draw undue attention.
Cadet Niven, may I suggest you might have slightly more success in that end by not walking around with your upper extremities taped to the reclination segment of a wooden seating device.
Rest assured, I will not allow it to hamper my full effectiveness.
Your full effectiveness? Cadet Niven, your full effectiveness is a commodity I would find it hard to undervalue.
Implying?
Implying that your full effectiveness, in fact, represents an out-and-out peril to our primary objective of avoiding detection!
I see. If I may be so bold.
That particular critique seems a little rich, coming from an individual strapped to a Captain Stingy. Are you showing a lack of timorosity enough to be actually criticizing a superior vegetable? Because You are!
Hello, boys. Remember us?
No!
No.
I fear repellently featured individuals with woefully bloated mid-facial protuberances and a combined body odor that would poleaxe a peg, that you are mistaking us for some other convincing humans.
You may be right. I'm all apologetic.
Other than a guy that coughed me in my face. Just get back there and rip off their lips with the vegetable peeler.
Slowly, slowly, Ratty boy. They genuinely don't recognise us.
So?
So, that gives us what my old man used to call the winning edge.
Winning edge.
I've got beans all on my hand now. Let us relocate to a more private accommodation wherein we might divest ourselves of these attention-grabbing encumbrations and formulate some kind of strategy.
No, we've lost them, Rena. Let's head back while there's still time. And before my entire blood supply leaks out through the hole in my shoe.
Listen, because this is truly dangerous, Harry. We can't go back unless we nail these comedians.
What do you mean we can't go back?
We know how he feels about operatives who act independently. If we go back with the aliens, then we get a ticking off, sure, but if we go back without them...
There's no way he even knows we're gone.
The only faint half chance you might be right is that you're wearing a bullet hole in your foot and not in your forehead. And I'm still here to see it.
Well, if you're right, I've just saved our lives. Home and dry.
Right. Now get in there and really hurt him. What if he talks? Talks?
About the Anderson thing.
What of it?
Shall I call you?
No. There's nothing he can tell us we didn't know months ago. Problem?
It's just... Then why?
Why not?
Here he is. This just in.
Fiddlesticks.
The Rena girl. She's your protege, isn't she?
Wrong tense. Wonderful news. I'm in the mood again. Now, where did I put that corpse?
Finally, an establishment where privacy may be purchased. Suggest we scamper into yonder alley and divest ourselves of encumbrances. Discreetly.
Where are they going? That's a dead end.
Smooth.
Supervisor, it appears we have inadvertently started on a highway which is currently berefted of vehicular transportation.
We will wait.
But we're in danger of exceeding mission maxima parameters.
E-L-8.
Supervisor, I realize that you are understandably reluctant to trust the advice of a colleague whose judgment has been brought into question.
Your judgment has not been brought into question. It has been proved beyond doubt that you are a witless mannequin in armor. Now stay where you are and concentrate on keeping your head attached to your torso.
But I contend that your stubbornness is jeopardizing the...
You were saying? good hemisphericular darkening period. We require vehicular-assisted transportation to the densely inhabited region 17 1/2 of our Earth miles yonder. Are you kindly disposed towards the dispensation of said invaluable service? In the absence of any throat-linguistic negative response, I shall assume the affirmative is implied.
This will suit our requirements adequately.
That'll be 30. No snacks, no beverages, no fluids. You leave no mess, no stains. You leave nothing wet. Clear?
We will attempt to comply.
Attempt don't cut it, my friend. My pay don't cover hosing your debris off the walls and floors. Plus, it's disgusting.
I'm afraid these bodies do leak at the drop of a hat. Good fellow whose underpants appear to be stuffed with fetid cheese. However, we will endeavour to comply with your regulation.
Endeavour whatever. You stain, you litter, you spill. It's a 10-bill fine.
At last, some peace and solitude. Now that we have become separated from the supervisor, we must assume that all other mission objectives are aborted and avail ourselves of this opportunity to formulate a foolproof escape plan.
I would like that very much indeed, Cadet Flynn.
A scheme that will get us off this planet swiftly, without the slightest chance of detection or detention.
I'm with you all the way.
A strategy that is simple, bold, and infallible.
You're playing my chin.
Any ideas?
Not a one.
I was afraid of that. Cadet Niven, the situation we find ourselves in is not a pretty one. Given that our communications officer has proved himself entirely ignorant of the science of communications, we are left without any...
Without any...
Cadet Niven, were you aware when we contracted this receptacle that we had neighbours?
I was not.
Did we not specifically specify we will require us of private accommodation?
We left no room for ambiguosity of interpretation.
Is that, do you think, a female personage?
Difficult to tell with so few clothes.
Ah, the telltale sign.
Lipstick. She does seem an exceptionally nosy person.
I think you are misinterpreting her motivation, Cadet. She's merely trying to clean our window. Ah, at last. Now, to resume.
No mess, no fluids.
What is going on? Did we not, Mr. Cheesy Shorts, require privacy in return for our cash moolah?
And did you not get it?
Surely your presence here would indicate otherwisely.
You got your 2 minutes. That's the rate, 15 apiece for 2 minutes. You need longer to achieve your goals. That'll be 30 more.
How much for one planetary half-revolution?
How long?
Until this hemisphere has achieved illumination from your second-rate star.
I'm afraid you'll have to go again, Mac.
For 7½ hours.
You want to go by the hour? Oh, well. 900 an hour.
We will remain here until this is expended.
It's It's 5 grand here.
Yes, 5,000 are your big ones. How much will that buy us? Cadet Niven.
6 minutes.
5 1/2 hours and 32 seconds.
Ah. You boys really like your pole dancing, don't you? I still don't want to see no stains. Especially no fluids.
Cadet Flynn, may I request that we perform the sleep ritual for a short period of our allocated privacy?
Very well, Cadet Niven. We are both performing a little below optimum levels, no doubt as a result of the fatigue syndrome. Our plans will be better laid with fresher minds.
Would you believe it? These scantily clad neighbors are back.
Well, without wishing to be rude,
We need our privacy.
Five and a half hours? What are they doing in there?
Beats a crowd of me. Maybe let's look out back.
There's no other way out, just a blind alley.
What do you say, we hustle our way in there and blow those suckers away on the spot?
We can't just hustle in and blow those suckers away, rats. Who can afford bullets for these things?
It's not loaded.
It's not even real.
It's not even real.
Relax. It fooled you, didn't it?
Yeah, but I'm an idiot.
All right, boys. Show's over. Show's over!
No. No, it's blatant Pullmanism. What? What's the problem? Stoopy?
We're closing up. Get out of here. We didn't soil or stain, did we? Still a messless zone. Fluid free.
Cadet Niven.
Fellaboom! Fellaboom!
We have overindulged in fatigue remedialization. Access full awareness immediately.
Cadet Flynn, I would like your resolute assurance that you are in fact real, and not a sleep ritual-induced hallucinatory fantasy who is about to transmogrify into a ferocious kumquat.
I'm indeed real.
Good. But then that's exactly what the kumquat would say.
I have no time to further reassure you of my reality credentials, Cadet. We must be on our way. Cease your suspicionizing and prepare for egress.
Apologies, Cadet. It's just you have no idea how terrifying a psychopathic tropical fruit can be.
Insensitive words, Cadet, to a veteran of the Felender.
Look at this. They're still at it.
I gotta come out soon, CD. We can't waste them in broad daylight.
Slowly, slowly, catchy, tricky rats. This is not a token of affection, bub. Now, get in the alley. Hand a hot, por favor. Arribos los manos. For you, the war is over.
Squidge-faced individual. For what bizarre motivation have you required our locomotion into this particular streetway?
It is without egress.
Just get up against the wall and put down a briefcase.
No.
No? What? You think these babies are not loaded? They are well loaded, my friend, with bullets.
I'm becoming increasingly displeasured with these constant imperatives and imprecations. And I am well aware of the appropriate tone and custom for demonstrating such displeasure. Shall I?
Do it.
Ouch!
You have a superb grasp of the displeasure gesture. You smote him
like a pro.
I thank you.
I thought you said they were puffy cats. All right. My patience is all thinned out. Up against the wall, or I'll blow your friend to Happy Land.
Drop it.
Aha! The female arena.
Come at 'em, rats. I'm staying down here, Bub.
Just one choice. Put it down and live.
You hear that, rats? She is seedy, needy.
Now, let's not make this too noisy.
All right. I see you people have a situation here. All I ask is, no fluids on the walls. See what I mean? Somebody has to hose that down.
Right. That should stop the farting in church. Now, anybody keen to join him?